Too much idiot, ain't no fun, no, it ain't no fun without a little bit of
Answer.
We're rolling cooking. This is an investigative beginning of the podcast. This is Ben, our guest, our wonderful guest, Ben Staab of AO Actually.
Welcome, Ben. Thank you.
Ben, and we like his podcast. But Ben came on before we even got started and said, "I got some opinions." So Ben, why don't you just rip the Band-Aid off?
Just rip it off. The name change was cowardly. I'll be honest.
Cowardly.
It was cowardly.
God, it was. I know it was.
Yeah.
It was a bitch move.
All right.
I can agree with that.
Because everybody made fun of it.
It wasn't
Not
to make
as
fun
many.
of it. So that's when we changed it. We discussed that because we were like, everyone's gonna think we're changing it just because people made fun of it.
Yes.
It was more of like,
That is what everybody thought.
yeah,
I
which is
talked to
fine.
everybody about
You
it.
polled everyone.
Yeah.
You know, you would feel bad about that. Like people were talking about it, but like people talked about us.
See, that's the other thing too, though. You always go to that like no press is bad press. So it got more people like discussing the podcast.
Sure,
And on a plus side, the numbers have gone up. So that like was our first thing. Was like, all right, if the numbers go down, then we fucked up.
Well, very honestly, the numbers have gone down since we changed the name.
No, they went up. I thought.
Brendan Donegan tanked fucking.
All
That
right,
short
well,
little
listen,
cutie.
we're not a numbers podcast.
Brendan
we're
Donegan
fucking.
stopped watching, so the numbers went down.
That was
We're
it.
we're a cool guys hanging out podcast. But no, the main reason was just because it was like beyond reaching out to like people we know. It's like reaching out to people eventually, like the bigger we get that we don't know.
Yeah.
And having it under like, can you come on, handsome idiots? And then like they don't know us or get that. It is cowardly. You're right. We're
was
not denying
cowardly,
that.
bro. It was
But
cowardly.
sometimes you have to do cowardly
You gotta,
shit. in
I
life.
feel like you got to commit to the name.
Bro, wait
Handsome
till you
idiots.
see how much more cowardly we get when we change it back in a year.
know.
Like, it's gonna come back.
True.
Yeah.
We've kind of accepted that reality.
We're
No,
gonna be a Prince thing, like the podcast formerly known as.
Yeah, I mean, we'll just keep changing the
We
name.
could do that. We can go full Prince and just become a symbol.
It's a good name. That rules.
That rules.
Yeah, man.
We'll get there
It
eventually.
rolls off the
dude.
tongue.
Yeah,
AO
definitely.
actually
We're
is
working with
pretty
it.
sick.
Not
and
cowardly at all.
I like that you guys, it's actually like part of the show.
Yeah.
Like it kind of fits. It is also funny to watch you say AO actually.
I'm not good at it.
When it's like kind of like you have to bring it up before you say the top. You're like, "Ayo, actually."
I love it because it's the perfect mix of you and Naeem because it's like the AO part is fully Naeem.
Yeah.
And you're
true.
you present as a very actually.
I am
like,
very actually, yeah.
So
yeah.
I as soon as I saw that name, I was like, oh, this fits them. It kind of inspired, not inspired, but when we were trying to come up with a name change, we were like, what's something we say all the time?
Okay, true.
And I was thinking in that vein of like the AO actually being like a running theme, and we're just two morons that.
Well,
I guess we can be on brand and we're idiots. Well, we're one moron and a guy without a job. So
Yeah, AO actually is very yin yang.
yeah, it is. Well,
Yeah,
literally,
I mean,
it's very yin yang.
It is very yin yang.
yes, true.
Yeah.
I did like when I found out that it was going to be you two. It kind of was one of those things at first. You're like, "Oh, that's like a weird mix," and then it's literally the most perfect dynamic of two
Oh, you
people.
thought it was a weird mix?
Not a weird mix. I just didn't think. I don't know. But
No, it's a good
after-
mix. It's a perfect
yeah.
dichotomy. Because you get too many podcasts like ours where it's two dudes with very similar opinions
Yeah.
and appearances just on here agreeing with each other.
True.
So I think it is nice to have that, like, to mix it up. Like, that's why there needs to be more podcasts that are like total opposite ends of like liberal and conservative sitting down on a podcast together,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because I love all the podcasts I love where it's just dudes hanging out and talking, but it's like eventually like all the tough topics have been covered. Like,
True.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Speaking of the topic I want to cover, dude, it's a bummer that Eagles lost. That sucks.
that game was fuck.
So you got manhandled. I saw the video
Yeah. Well, it wasn't all right. I mean, what went down with the pole climbing?
with the pole climbing.
with the
Dude,
pole
did you
climbing.
see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do like that you clarified. You're like, before I get into this, we're talking about the pole climbing, right?
I wanted to let him fill that gap.
What are the manhandlings?
Well, I've been thrown around a couple times in the past couple weeks.
Sorry
but-
about that, yeah.
Yeah. Nah. Let's see. With the manhandling, I mean, he did grab my ass. He did, but he didn't tell me he was going to do. It was okay. I tried to climb that pole.
Yeah.
Once, and it slipped down, and then everybody was hyped about the pole climbing. They were like, "We got like, I'm going to push you up, and then he's going to get on his shoulders, and he'll push you up, and all this shit." And he grabbed my ass. I don't know. There's nothing much. I didn't know.
Well,
the
there was a
ass
guy
grab was
that
happening
pushed, and
before.
it seemed like there was another guy that went in and like fully
Yeah.
was like, "I'm taking advantage of this."
Yeah, he was the guy that
situation."
got on someone's shoulder to put his hand up my ass.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think he was eyeing you up for a while?
I don't know. That was a crazy night.
True. That guy's been following you for like 8 years.
Yeah.
He's like, this is the perfect chance.
So how hard was it climbing a greased pole?
We
We have a first-hand account here.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about grease the poles. We're Philly. Fucking fuck around and find out. Grease the poles. But
Yeah, they
you're an
are saying
actual
that,
pole
aren't they?
climber.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a pole climber. It was very, it was slippery. I don't know if it was, I don't know how greased it was really, because I did make it to the top. and I feel like I couldn't climb a grease pole, but I guess I did. Did they grease every pole?
I think they
Oh,
did.
they
Around
Yeah.
Center City?
the big ones at
So
least.
it was a grease pole.
I
don't
mean,
know
it
how they
seemed to
identify.
not stop anyone.
Yeah, it didn't stop me.
It seemed to be just like a thing that they were like, we can put it on a T-shirt and make
Yeah.
money off selling these.
Well, they pushed me up towards like probably like a fourth up the pole, and then I shimmied up a little bit. Then they had a couple like metal things that I pulled up onto.
Okay.
And then I could get my feet on top of those. So I got to the very top, and I wanted to do a pull up at the top, but then I thought I was going to die.
Yeah,
slipped.
you're really pushing your luck at
Yeah.
that point. It's like you made it all the way up there.
Yeah.
Did you get up there and then just have that like now what moment of like,
No,
well,
I hyped him up. I fucking
nice.
I did the whole
Grab
thing.
my fucking ass.
Yeah.
I'm coming back down. Get your hands ready for my cheeks.
I climbed 2 poles. The first one I climbed, I got to the top, and then someone threw me a beer. It was
Oh,
sick.
nice. Did
Oh,
you catch
that's
it?
cool.
Yeah.
I
Then-
miss that beer every time.
That's
Good
such
for
a
you.
glorious moment.
It was so glorious. But you know what I should have done is just slammed it on the ground, but I threw it back to the guy.
you returned it.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Ew,
But I
light.
didn't want
No,
the whole
thank you.
thing.
Just the fucking what was that movie with Will Ferrell with the basketball movie? What the hell is that called? I mean, the bit's already gone, but it's just I was thinking about the fact where he kept posting up and he gets the ball and he passes it back out
yeah.
and back and forth.
Semi-pro, yeah.
That was worth it.
I was just smiling because I
Yeah, it
couldn't
was
think
good.
of the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sick, dude.
Nah, I
you are a
should've
little.
slammed it,
You
though.
are a sneaky party boy.
Huh? Yeah.
I picked up on it a couple times we've hung. I'm like, Ben is a little dirty
I'm a
dog.
partier.
Yeah, you're a
Yeah. I
little
just
bit
like
of
to go crazy.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you don't present as such.
Yeah, I'm not crazy presenting.
No. Yeah, you're.
I told you, you present as an actually guy,
Yeah.
not as a like. Fucking,
Yeah.
I let it rip. I let it rip when the. I mean, I'm really just in it for the rioting. Me and you know Beta. You know Beta.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We went out when the Eagles lost to go beat someone up. Like we were just
That was your goal.
dude?
yeah, we almost got in a fight with this guy pulled over to it was like 2 guys got out, and the one guy was like, it was crazy. Like he went like it was like pretending to hold a gun. I think he was pretending because he never pulled it. But like we all squared up and then just didn't fight. Like it just dissipated. It was weird. It was very strange.
Isn't this crazy? Fucking
Yeah, yeah. You don't
Ben
present as
seeking out fights, dude.
rolling the streets looking for a brawl kind of guy.
Yeah, I've just never been in a fight. So
You've never been in one?
No.
Okay.
So I was like, let's go fight
That's a
somebody.
That's
bold
so-
way of getting in one. There's way easier ways to get in one, like just signing up to learn how to fight.
Yeah.
You'll get in a fight
Well, no, I
instead
don't
of
consider
being
that a
on the
fight.
street. You can't start a street fight in Philly for your first fight. You're gonna die.
It also is like your teacher turns on a movie and you know they were drinking the day before. It's just Ben just got his ass kicked. We're watching a film today, guys.
Yeah, I got cut up too from the pole. Check this out.
Let me see.
My
Yeah,
injuries.
so are your clothes
Oh my
ruined
God,
at that
dude.
point with the grease? I was wondering that.
I guess that's
Oh,
from like
okay.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, my clothes got ruined from like sliding down the pole and like the signs cut my
So it wasn't, I was just saying more of like the grease
cut my
ruining the
shit up.
clothes.
Yeah, it was sad. Because I actually wore those pants to school. Like I'd always wear them to school.
So this was after the Super Bowl. You went out. You were just like we're fucking roughing kids up.
After the Super Bowl, yeah, me and Beta like ran around just trying to find anybody, but we couldn't find any Chiefs fan. Like the guy that we were gonna fight, the 2 guys were Eagles fans, and they were
Oh,
kind of
wow.
like, "What are we doing?"
Yeah, we're brothers. We should be.
Why are we
calm,
mad?
Like fucking.
Yeah.
It's a traumatic experience for us.
It
Did
was
you go
traumatic.
out in Eagles gear looking to start a fight
Yeah.
with Eagles fans?
Well, we were looking to find a Chiefs fan.
Dude,
We found nobody.
Just any guy in red.
I have the perfect guy you could have fought after the loss. There's a guy dressed as Ben Franklin running around. the
Running
streets.
around Broad Street.
That was crazy.
What an absurd experience.
What was that? Who booked Go Puff?
It was just Cody Wright got fucking. He knows the person, the girl who runs it, and he couldn't do it. And he's like, anybody gonna be like sober enough to go do it? And I was like, all right, I just won't drink that day. Fucking drank that day.
Nice.
I'm a bit of a
bad boy.
I'm a bad boy.
Take that, Go Puff.
I actually drank a decent amount. before
I love
doing
that
it.
Go Puff were the ones that were like, we need you to be sober.
Well, they were like, yeah, we don't. They said the talent can't drink, and I was like, the what? I'm fucking dressing.
but
up
you're
as-
like, say it again. I love hearing that I'm
Nah,
called
dude,
the talent.
I didn't like it at all. So I went in and they were like, meet us in Philly. We're gonna try to be there for a live reaction after the Eagles win. You know, it'll be great. Everybody's gonna be so excited. You're gonna be dressed as Ben Franklin. They're like, we just want you to get man on the street interviews, get people hype. And I'm like, dude, if they win, it's gonna be the easiest thing of all time. People are gonna be going nuts. I'll just walk up. They'll see. We're giving out free shit. So as we're like walking towards Broad Street is like when the Chiefs are like kicking the field goal to win it. It was right after the holding call. So
Right.
like, so the girl's getting a text from the guy.
Because were you
who's
just
running it.
watching on your phone at this point?
As we're walking up, yeah, the girl, like you just hear people screaming and like obviously sad from bars we're walking by, and I was like, oh my god, I'm dressed as Ben
I'm
Franklin,
going to get stabbed tonight.
and people are gonna. I look like such a fucking retard. People are gonna be so mad. And the girl's like, it's cool. You just get the energy up. You'll just get their energy up. I was like, I'm gonna get stabbed. There's no way I don't get stabbed.
no. It's so funny because it's two possible scenarios. It's one, you're dressed as Ben Franklin, they win, and you're just glorified the whole night.
Yeah.
Or two, they lose, and they're just somebody like Ben that's like, I need to get my anger out there. I need to go punch
would've fought.
something.
You
Who better to
absolutely
punch
should've
than
fought
one
me.
of the founding
Yes.
fathers?
Yeah.
If I got jumped, I would have been like, yeah, of course, because I'm going up with like a peanut M&Ms, and I'm
Go
like,
Puff would've
it's
been like,
okay.
yeah, of
It was
course.
literally like,
Did anybody get mad at you?
so we get on the Broad Street, and it was funny though. As we're like going up, it was like me, the girl, she's like the creative director or whatever for that thing, and then a PA, and then a camera guy. So as we're going up, she's like, all right, start going. So I'm like, hey guys, that was sad. You know what I mean? And everybody's like, fuck you, dude.
They're still on the phones with their dad and their pop-ups crying. They're
Literally,
like,
I'm
we're going to
like-
get him next year. One before pop-up passes, I
Just
swear.
hammered women crying about the first football game they watched that year.
Yeah.
And then guys I would go up and they'd be like, you guys want free stuff? And I'm like, bro, get out of my, move, don't. And I'm like, oh God. So then she pulls me, she's like, you got to get more energy. I need more energy. I'm like, oh my God. So we get on to Broad Street, and it kind of starts to like droves of people, but they're all in pretty good moods. So I'm just like, whatever. They asked me to do it. I'm getting paid for it. I do have to try. So I just started screaming. I'm like pegging Twizzlers at people. I'm like, you want a fucking Snickers bar? And they're like, yeah. And everybody starts to kind of get into it. But then they get too into it. People would just grab me. A girl came up to me and she's like, can I make out with you? And I was like,
I saw that.
No.
And she went in hard on it,
That wasn't
right?
a girl. That was
Oh.
a guy who ran up to me and just grabbed my face to kiss me.
Nice.
I was adjusting my bifocals while I did it. I didn't see him.
Sure.
Yeah, just people were like, and then
You
she was
kissed
like,
a guy?
No, I would do it if they won. I think that would have been the rule. If they won,
You're
I
allowed to
would've-
kiss a guy if they won.
I would have given him a big fat sloppy one. And she like asked.
So wait, you did or you did not do it?
I did not.
Oh,
He
okay.
grabbed me and tried to, and I went, yo, brother, come on, the
Sure.
Chiefs. I'm a Chiefs fan.
You think he was just horny for Ben Franklin? He was like, if there's ever an opportunity,
Yeah, true.
I got to
mean,
seize the day right here.
People were drunk enough that were probably just like, damn, this old guy's is really exciting. And then, yeah, so then like everything's going good. And she's like, you have to crowd surf. These are things that a human
Yeah.
being's saying to me out loud.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. And she was like, you two, get over here, pick him up. And they're like, fuck yeah, dude. So I get on their shoulders and they just like carry me for a little bit. They put me down with like a grunt. And I was like, I'm not that heavy.
Also, the crowd wasn't big enough probably to crowd surf, right?
No,
Was
it got pretty-
It was dense enough that you
Yeah.
could? Okay.
And just
That
like
was all at Broad Street?
all on Broad Street. Yeah.
And everybody was there just to be sad?
Everybody just got, they were all the people who you could tell didn't
It seemed
really
like
care.
it was pretty much everyone was like, well, they prepared for this to be shut down, so let's take advantage of
It's exactly what it
being
was.
in the middle of a street when you're not supposed to be is a pretty cool feeling.
so
Like
fun.
any time of the day.
Yeah.
I love just standing in the middle of the street, like in front of my house. I'm just
Yeah.
like, you could hit me if you want cars.
Dude, the thing that encapsulated the whole thing, but it really was like, what am I doing with my life? Was it ended by her being like, all right, they said they're going to start tear gassing us. We can go home. And that's how it ended. And that was the end of the thing.
She's like, we didn't have you sign that consent form where
Yep.
it clears us of you getting tear gassed.
This was one. So as we're walking back to her like apartment where we were kind of our like rendezvous spot. And as we're walking, we had to wait for an Uber for like 45 minutes. It's freezing cold out. All I'm wearing is this like paper thin Ben Franklin outfit, and I'm freezing. And like a car pulls up next to us, and the guy puts down his window, and he's like, "Hey, how you like that Eagles loss, you fat bitches?" And just drives away.
Whoa.
I was like, God damn, dude, this has been
How
a
did you
rough
like
one.
that Eagles loss?
I did not.
Are you over it? You okay?
I didn't really care all that
Yeah, I
much.
know you didn't.
Yeah,
Are you not an Eagles fan?
I am. I'm a fair weather Eagles fan.
Yeah.
How do you feel as like a transplant? Did you like have a connection, or you just want
I'm
to
not
fight
even.
people?
Yeah, I was really honestly just in it for the rioting. That's why I'm like really sad about it.
Yeah,
like
it's
I'm
a
dead
big
serious
loss.
though. Like,
Yeah.
I loved rioting.
It's amazing though, because I remember in like 2008, people that were from outside of Philly that moved within that like time frame when the Phillies won the World Series, and they were just like, I became a Phillies fan because of the party on Broad Street.
Yeah.
Basically, it was like it can turn anyone into a Philadelphia fan.
Yeah.
Or if they lose, it could be you out there in a Ben Franklin costume just hawking M&Ms at people.
It was tough slide.
Damn, there's nothing worse than watching your team. A lot of those dudes probably lost like thousands of dollars betting too, and then you're just drilling them in the face with Twizzlers.
Yeah,
in the rain.
I hit a couple people that didn't know where it came from, and they were like very clearly pissed.
Yeah.
because it was just in a crowd.
Yeah, no context. Like, did Ben Franklin just
I wasn't
whip a fucking bag of Cheetos at
I
me?
wasn't holding back either, brother. I was letting those things slang.
What was the reason of the Ben Franklin? They were just like, it's Philly, it's a Ben Franklin thing, go.
Yeah, literally, there was just like, yeah, Ben. That was it.
Did y'all party for whenever we got to the Super Bowl like 2 weeks ago?
NFC Championship?
Yeah, did y'all party for that?
Yeah, I was at a tailgate and I got pretty banged up.
Okay.
Did you? Well, I mean, yeah, you were.
Yeah, in the streets. Yeah, yeah.
Dude,
But
that's
y'all weren't in the streets?
Nah, I'm too much. I was too much of a pussy to go over. I was blacked out by 8 p.m.
Damn. And you weren't either?
I was at
you had,
my
like, a
house in
family and
Jersey.
stuff,
I had the worst setup ever, and I did this to myself. I thought it would be nice to invite my in-laws and my mom over to watch the game with us because we
Yeah.
have a small child. That way we didn't have to get anyone to watch our kid or anything. And I was sitting between my mom and my mother-in-law who know nothing about football. And we're watching the NFC Championship. My father-in-law's passed out on the couch. And I'm just sitting there like getting into the game pretty emotionally. And they're like, now what exactly is a third down? I'm like, I'm going to strangle someone before the end of this game.
Damn, that's me at every sports
Yeah.
event. Yeah.
Are you not a sports fan at all? You like the event? You don't give a shit about the sport?
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. I just like when people are hype about stuff.
It is good to get lost in like the mix of something.
Yeah. I've learned to stop asking questions.
And just go with the flow.
Yeah. And
I like
just-
that.
I cheer like half a second late.
I've seen it in real time. We did a show out in that Virginia show.
Yeah.
And then after these, like people came up who I thought were clearly either swingers or going for our organs, one of the two.
Could be
And
both.
They were like, we live right over the border in West Virginia. We got a hot tub. You guys should come hang. And we're all like, yeah, I'll like 100% no. And Ben's like, let's just check it out, dude. They're like, it's an hour and a half drive.
It was
And-
sick. A hot tub?
Yeah, that is true. I mean, a hot tub in West Virginia, it's going to be a good story at least.
Bro, at one point, the girl pulled out crystals. And I was like, we're
Yeah.
not going.
Her name was probably Crystal.
Yeah.
No.
You were actually probably going to go there to do Crystal also. There was going to be a theme to the night.
Well-
Y'all were so whack about that.
No, we were.
There
it was also
like
2
four
in the
girls that
morning.
were like, let's go to a hot tub. You guys are so funny. And they were like, we have to work tomorrow. I was like, shut the fuck
two
up.
couples.
Bro,
There were
shut
2
the fuck
couples.
up.
There were 2 couples that were like, come hang out in West Virginia. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, you can never. Well, first off, if you go across the border, that's sex trafficking at that point. That's human trafficking, I should say.
I made up for it. I made them stop and get Royal Farms. I was like, it's such good chicken. It was some of the worst shit we've ever
It's
eaten.
instant heartburn.
It
Yeah.
was just, I mean, maybe in retrospect, we should have went and checked it out. I'll give you that. But
Would have been fun.
That's
I was a
true.
little
Do you
more
live your
offensive.
life by that, like, that credo of, like, just go toward whatever's going to be
The most fun?
the most fun and a better story, kind of like,
I think so. I know. It just sounded like a fun time, though.
yeah.
Yeah. I avoid a lot of events.
I'd say it's good to. How old are you?
24.
So like doing those now is like perfect. Those don't present themselves to you like
That's
as
never going
much
to present
as you get
itself
older.
again.
So yeah, so it's like Matt
I
ruined
think
that
it will,
for you.
dude.
You think so?
You're
Yeah,
never
for
gonna have a
sure.
hot tub orgy in West Virginia.
Never.
West Virginia hot tub orgy sounds
That was like a
sex
eclipse
move.
for me. You know what I mean? Or like a,
You're out of your stone.
Haley's kinda
bro.
common,
No,
you know what I mean?
that's bananas and cheese. You will
that just happens
absolutely
all the time for you.
You're a very you're an invitable guy. I can imagine after a show, people go, "Man, that guy up there, he's a pretty funny guy."
I want to get that guy in my hot tub. I wonder if he looks like Pruny.
Yeah.
I think I want to do an invasive surgery to remove his organs in my
Would have
hot
been-
that
tub.
would have been the most awkward hot tub with me.
True,
Matt,
'cause they're gonna want you to
Seamus
be-
Millar.
it's
Yeah.
a weird.
Especially after they just saw you guys do comedy, they're gonna want you guys to be on and like
Yeah.
cracking jokes in the hot tub,
I'd
and
be
you
on.
guys are just actively getting HPV from a hot tub.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it would have been a pretty brutal experience. Yeah, us 3 and then James Moss just be like calling them gay the whole time. They're like, "You guys aren't actually as cool as we thought."
Also,
Yeah.
how big was this hot tub? They invited all you guys, and there was 4. That's a
Yeah.
lot of people crammed in a hot tub.
We could have made it work. Maybe we
That's
should.
never fun. There's a reason why like a 4-man hot tub is a 4-man hot tub.
Well,
You get one more person in there, and it's a terrible time.
this was a no man hot tub, and I believe they follow us on Instagram. So sorry about
Yeah, if you're listening, invite them back. We'll
calling
see
you
if
serial
it,
killers. Yeah, that
see
way
if it happens.
we can undo the wrongdoings, dude. But no, I did. I'll fight all those people. I don't care. And if I ever saw you and I'm in a Ben Franklin thing in Broad Street, I'll come to fisticuffs.
Oh, there's
fun.
so many dudes that wanted to knock out Ben Franklin that night. That would be a great story for them to have for the rest of their life.
I was getting eyed up. Like I was like, we had to move certain parts because I saw
You already
dudes-
are a very punchable person.
dude's
We've already
kinda like-
discussed this.
Yeah, of course. But dude's kind of like angling towards me and doing like pant pull up thing, which is a very funny thing you do right before you hit somebody. Like people start to pull up their pants.
True.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's right before they do. They're like, I got it. Because if you do punch somebody and you knock them out, but your ding dong is hanging out, you kind of
Yeah.
lose in a certain way.
You do need that core. You need your core to be very stable too, so you can't be cheeks hanging out.
You get in fights? You ever got in a fight?
No.
We've discussed this. We're collectively like 0-7 in fights. This
You
podcast
never got
is-
in a fight?
I've been in fights.
So you've lost 7 fights?
I've lost 3.
And
So
you out of lost 4.
I've been hit several times, but I've never
Okay.
been in like a fight.
Yeah, no one ever gets angry at me. Or like I don't really get angry at people.
But you fight. How does this happen?
What do you I mean I don't know.
you said you've never been in a fight though, right?
Yeah, no.
Have you been on like the precipice of a fight and then
Not even close.
Not
Just
even
never.
close?
I'm very chill.
Oh, that's why you're seeing. Well, no, you're not, dude. You're coming up to people and they're pulling guns on you, and you're like, whatever, dude.
that would be terrible to hear that
I had a
and
gun on
your-
me too. Beta was like, "Hold my gun while we run." I was
What
like,
the
"All right,
fuck?
All right. Now
I
we're
never ran with a
unpacking
gun
it.
before either.
Hold my gun while we run is a great sentence to say to somebody else.
So
Hey,
when he
get your
was-
fingerprints on this for me real quick.
Yeah, when he did that, I was like, "You got fucking nothing, bro." Like, it's not. I got a gun in my pocket, and I can't even name like the running back of this team.
I also
The guns
love that
cancel
you're like,
out,
I have a
dude.
gun in my pocket, just loosely in your front pocket.
Yeah.
Just
That's one thing. When you have somebody hold your gun, you better not run gay. You got to run cool as hell.
or with it out.
If you let somebody hold your gun and you run away, you got to like really like
Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah, I don't know what I would have done if like if he would have started shooting or like flashed his gun, I would have been like, I guess this is my job now. Like I have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not even mine, and then it'd be like incriminated in a crime or something. My night could have gone terrible.
It's just like go into like a show and be like, "Do you hear what happened to Ben Staab?" It's like, no, he got in an active gunfight with other Eagles fans.
He pulled out Beta's gun and accidentally
Yeah.
shot himself.
Yeah, I really just go with the flow of things.
You got
It sounds like it.
dude.
You went from I'm down to party to I'll carry your firearm for you. You're a fucking weapons mule at this point.
Yeah,
He's just seeing Ben in a year, and he's just married with a kid, and he's like, just went with the flow.
Yeah.
no, but
Over
for
the
real,
flow.
though.
Also, my kid's holding my gun right now.
She actually missed her flow for a couple months and got pregnant. That was
It was a
yeah,
problem.
yeah. I guess I probably shouldn't have taken the gun.
no. I think it was a great move.
Yeah,
I wish I
would
could
do
have
it
seen
again.
it in real time, dude.
You're just a good friend. That's a
yeah.
good friend move.
Sometimes you gotta get. I gotten a gun pulled on me, but I'm like really annoying. Like yours seems like it was kind of like a regular just altercation. I just got it from being an obnoxious person. I was at my college and I was walking to a 7-Eleven with my friends, and I just kept yelling just shit out loud. I was
We talked
hammered.
about this last episode. I think.
did we really?
Yeah, we started the discussion on if anyone's ever had a gun pulled on them. I don't think we ever finished it though.
Well, the guys, they were like, "Yo, shut up," and I suggested, I was like, "Would you like suck my penis?" That was me being a mean guy back to them, and the guy went like that, and I went, "Scary."
That's funny. You still didn't answer my question.
True. It was Ben. This was-
My brother put a gun to my head, to prove that it was scary because I was saying it wasn't scary.
This is what sucks. You have a death wish and you're going to live to 105. You're actively out there trying to die.
Yeah, I just said it wasn't scary because I knew he wouldn't pull it, but it was scary.
Was
it
his
loaded?
gun?
I don't think so. That's why I wasn't scary, but like he like grabbed me and fucking like just put me up like that,
Oh.
and I was like, yeah, this is scary. It was scary
What was your thought process beforehand of why it's not scary?
because I knew he was not going to kill me. I feel like
but there's
the fear
accidents.
is only like the risk of death.
You were bug chasing.
Oh, that was deep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if I know I'm not going to get killed, it's not a scary situation. But it was still scary.
Yeah, but
You know
what
what
if
I mean?
he's like just how much older is he than you?
12 years older than me.
So he had a little bit more of a handle.
Yeah.
How old were you?
You ever had like a black guy call you the N-word?
Yeah.
Because I was also saying that's not going to hurt my feelings because I'm like a white person, but it also hurt my feelings. So
Oh.
the situation, yeah.
If it's
Whatever
said in a
situation
nice
you get
way,
put
it
in.
feels nice.
No, he said it very mean.
Oh, it was like an aggressive way.
It's
Yeah.
a weird thing to call a white dude.
Yeah. It'll definitely win the argument.
But I think the
what are
point
you going to
was
say
that-
back? Nuh-uh, you are.
Yeah.
You can't say the words.
Skip that one.
Yeah.
That's insane.
But he got in my face and said it, and I was like, yeah, this does hurt for some reason. I'm not even,
Ooh, yeah.
I feel the
I get it,
sting.
guys. I get it now.
I feel a fraction of the sting, you know? It was crazy.
I can't believe your brother pulled it. Like, just that's a random. This is like this type of
Well,
shit
that's
you
like
hear.
new gun swagger, you know what I mean? You know when people get a new
I
gun?
certainly don't know what you mean, dude. That cannot be.
You know when you get a new gun? And you want to like show it off to people?
Like when you get a car, you drive it around the first day.
You
Yeah, I
ever
guess I
been
can kind
around
of see
someone that
that.
got a new gun?
No, dude.
They love like pointing at people.
It's like it's
gotta
like
hang around
buying
with
new.
better folks,
It's
dude.
like you buying new sneakers back when you were a big sneaker boy. It's like you want to show them off. You're like, I don't want to take them out today, but you're eager to get eyes on them.
True, but my sneakers. I mean, so yeah, true. Okay, I can kind of see it.
True, sneakers are like guns. Anyway,
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
they're both fresh.
have
to
you
death.
spent a lot of time around guns? Like, did
yeah.
you grow up with guns?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was around my first registered firearm the other day, and I was like, "What the fuck are you? Get that away from me, bro!"
You're like, yo,
James
there's
like bought a
numbers?
gun, and I was like, "You register that?" He's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "What the
James
fuck?"
Moss?
Yeah.
What is happening to you guys? You guys
Huh?
used to be fun-loving, cool, regular guys, and now you're murderers.
Yeah, but
We're
I would
armed.
assume anyone that came up from the south came with guns,
Yeah.
right? Is that
Yeah,
a
Well, I
I
think he
guess
bought
so.
a gun here. I'm about to get a gun. I think. I think he.
It sounds like someone's just going to put one in your pocket.
Do you guys
and you're
not have
like,
guns?
this is
I feel
mine
like
now.
you have to have one in Philly.
We're in Jersey.
We're suburb. We're South Jersey guys. So
Oh, yeah?
you get in the suburbs and it gets a little different. I think.
Well, I think I'm gonna
Plus,
move to
Jersey's
Philly
hard
soon.
to own.
Yeah.
I believe it's hard to get a gun in Jersey,
Mm-hmm.
True.
which is. It seems like it's. I mean, they're literally people are handing them to you. So it seems like Philadelphia is an easy place to get a gun.
I have thought about it.
You ever watch Funny Games, the movie? You ever seen the movie?
No.
Yeah. I watched that the other day and I was like, I'm going to get a gun now.
That'll do that.
Yeah.
I've never watched it twice.
Yeah.
I've only watched it
I watched it a couple. I've watched it like 5 times because I want to show. I always want to show people it.
So what without giving away the whole movie, what in it made you think I need to get a gun?
Is it well? None of the family. Okay, so it's basically just 2 guys that come in and like torture a family for like 2 hours,
Okay.
and
I have
no one
kinda
had a
heard of
gun
this.
in it.
Sometimes think it's gonna get better. It just doesn't.
True, there are a lot of
Yeah.
movies where like if the good guy just had a gun right away, it would be a pretty quick film.
Most
Yeah,
movies.
but there's not enough movies that show the person who has a gun and then it just gets used on them.
Yeah.
That would be me. I'd be the person that would either be at my safe forgetting the combo to get the gun out,
Yeah,
or I'd be the one where like they would knock me out and take my gun and be like, well,
true.
we're the captain now
True.
kind of situation.
Yeah.
Every Bruce Lee movie would be over in like 8 minutes because he
With
would
a
like
gun?
start doing fucking like what the hell? And then it's just like
It's like in Indiana Jones when the guy starts swinging the sword and Indiana Jones just pulls out a revolver and shoots him once.
no, I want to see Indiana Jones get shot. I don't want him to do shooting. I actually hate him
Indiana Jones?
and Harrison Ford.
You know, hate to break it to you, they're the same person.
That's what I'm saying. I
Okay.
hate them both while they're doing it simultaneously. I get mad at Indiana Jones and I get mad at Harrison.
You're not an Indiana Jones fan? This might be the new, we might be 2 differing opinions finally. Indiana Jones fucking rules.
Nah, it's dumb and I hate it.
Ben, what are your thoughts?
I like it a lot.
There you go.
You guys
Big
just like
ol'
it because
fan.
he uses a whip.
Yeah.
You guys are gross.
Oh, sorry. He uses the coolest weapon ever.
no, it's not.
Could you imagine?
Why do you think it's so cool?
Could you imagine
Dumb.
getting tested on? Yeah, I guess no, that was weird.
Careful,
No, never
there,
mind.
brother.
Not cool.
That's it.
Indiana
now.
Jones made it cool. Do you think that
Now
was
we're
propaganda? They were trying to take the history of the whip away by making it cool with the archaeologist.
Well, it didn't work on me because I hate him and I'll beat his old ass.
Why do you hate him?
Because I
You
think
don't
it
like
just,
adventure? Where like wonder?
no, dude, your adventure is not good. You're
He's
just like-
2 of my favorite
I would have been
characters
Indiana
of my
Jones'
childhood.
girlfriend for sure. I would go on that adventure.
I would be his girlfriend. That's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Because then you get to be like, I hate my boyfriend. He's like stealing skulls. Like it's fun to like be a girlfriend who hates their boyfriend.
That
That's
one
a
did
totally
suck.
different thing.
That episode, the Crystal Skull one sucked.
I think
that movie.
aren't they all the Crystal Skull? Isn't it like Indiana Jones and still the Crystal Skull again this time? for the
No,
fourth?
that was just the Crystal Skull one.
Well-
Come on, don't besmirch the name. There's a
think
new
it's-
one coming out though.
That's what really got me. Is I saw the trailer and I saw his old ass running around and I'm like, dude, just cut it out. You know?
I agree.
I don't like
Yeah.
when old guys run around. Sit down. Take a seat, older guys.
Yeah, but that's like a Hollywood old guy. He's got the body of an elderly
Well,
guy.
it's the
but he's-
adrenochrome.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I also hate.
Which
I
wait,
hate
can we
adrenochrome.
getting back to the Super Bowl? Can we talk about all the conspiracy theories that are coming out of the Chiefs winning it now? So there's a bunch with like Rihanna because she wore all red and it was like all this messaging in it and stuff.
Yeah.
But then have you seen the like the Sodfather guy? So have you seen this or heard about the Sodfather? So during the game, Eagles players, they kept showing like Jalen Hurts had to change his cleats out like after the first quarter, and a bunch of like the kicker slipped on one kickoff after a touchdown, and they were saying the turf is like a very very terrible conditions, but it only seems to be affecting the Eagles. And then it comes out afterwards that 94-year-old groundskeeper, the Sodfather, is a diehard lifelong Chiefs fan. And he's the guy who has prepared the sod for every Super Bowl for the last 57 years. And like
Yeah.
a couple World Series. So now there's this whole, like he even has Kansas City Chief Super Bowl rings from past wins. So then this whole theory came out that like he's behind all of it and he alerted the Chiefs that it was going to be a slipperier field.
Oh, wow.
And now the Eagles weren't alerted of it and all this shit. And then, yeah, they were tying in like Illuminati with it and
Bro,
shit.
the
It's-
levels people go to like protect themselves from things that make them sad is so funny.
What's incredible is this whole story was out before like midnight that night. Everyone had this conspiracy theory already chalked up.
He needs to die.
Don't you want
Exactly.
to kick his ass? Old guy running
Too
around.
old.
Yeah.
Too old. He thinks he knows grass.
It's
He knew
time.
1970s grass.
Old guys. Who's it? Name an old guy running around doing good stuff. Joey B.
He fell off his bike. That's the last time you've seen him not behind a podium.
Why can't they play on grass? Just normal grass.
So they were playing on. When I say turf, I meant like the turf, like the surface. It is normal grass.
It's not
There.
AstroTurf or anything?
No, so the Arizona Stadium is pretty cool. The field wheels out of the stadium and sits in the sun so they can have real grass, and then they wheel the field back in.
Okay. So he planted slippery.
So he got in there and he
grass.
slipped up the grass, it sounds like. The sod father himself. Yeah,
don't know about that.
Slippery
I don't know.
grass is actually just a weed laced with PCP.
Yeah. But I also like to think that it was like the Illuminati elites attack on freedom. Because if not, what is the biggest symbol of freedom in the world? the eagle, right?
Yeah.
For
Oh
sure.
wow, that's beautiful.
And I like to think that the Chiefs were chosen by again these lizard elites to fix the game, to attack freedom in our heads.
That's what I'm.
They're trying to besmirch the name of the eagle.
That's fair.
I think Damar Hamlin's a clone.
I think he's dead too.
Yeah.
You
I
think
saw
so?
that shit. Yeah,
He's
bro,
dead.
I'm all in on that. Dude.
Is it because he was out? You think he's a robot clone or like a physical clone? Because you
He's
can't.
just a normal clone.
How
Because he
quick
can't
can
play
you grow a
football again,
clone?
right? They're not going to let him play.
I don't know.
Because I don't think you
What's-
can teach a clone how to play football.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that'll be true. Oh, then yeah, all of a sudden he can't play football anymore. True.
And we haven't seen his face. He's been wearing glasses.
Yeah, but that is the thing that cool black guys can wear sunglasses indoors. Like he does. He's able to kind of like.
Yeah, that's
maneuver it a
funny
little
too. When
bit.
everyone starts picking stuff like apart as like a conspiracy theory, like he's wearing sunglasses inside, and it's
Yeah.
like cool black guys have been doing that for
I see
decades.
LeBron do it. I'm like, God, that's so sick.
He must be a
dude.
clone.
Nah, he has to be a clone.
Did you see LeBron trolled everybody at the Super Bowl? He got booed, and then he just pretended he was putting a crown on his head. And I was
Oh,
like,
that's-
I kind of hate that, but I kind of love that,
That
too.
to me is brutally corn dog. I hate when he does that. Can you do me a favor? Can you pull up the Indiana Jones trailer? Because I'm going to get you guys on my side.
No, you're
Wait
not.
till you see how annoying
Well, you
this
talking
guy
the
looks.
new Indiana
dude.
Jones?
Yes.
Maybe. But you can't besmirch the originals.
It,
Yeah, you
it
don't like
taints the whole
original?
thing. It
You don't
taints the
like
whole thing.
He hates snakes. Why'd it have to be snakes, Matt?
They're the first three are great.
Yeah.
Dude,
You,
Ark
wait,
of
no,
the
wait.
Covenant.
Here's the next question, Matt. Have you seen the first three?
certainly not.
Yes, all right.
Haven't
So,
seen a moment.
Something that we've uncovered on this podcast is Matt never watches a movie. He will look up the pivotal moments on YouTube, watch
Really?
them, and then
I am a
is such a
psychopath.
narcissist. Will just
Like, what
pretend that
part?
he's seen
Like-
it.
The ending.
Like,
What
have you
my-
seen-
Sopranos. Never watched Sopranos. Watched the final scene
Well, the final scene sucks.
and has opinions on it.
But so
That's
does every
actually
other
very good.
scene. Sopranos kind of sucks also.
Really?
Yeah.
How many watches through did it take for you to get to you didn't like
Well,
Sopranos?
I've been around like Italian American families enough to see them copying Sopranos. So when I see like the source
True.
material,
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah.
it.
They
You know
start
what I
to
mean?
adopt it into their life. Like
Yeah.
it's all about famiglia kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Italian.
They do
Yeah, I'm a big not a fan of Italian Americans either.
Yeah, because I think everyone that's outside of New York also lacks culture. And like,
I love you, Jay, but
are you Italian? Yeah.
I don't like it. Just don't. I mean, just quiet down.
Yeah, just don't shove it in our face.
Yeah, it's the way
I
conservatives
just love
talk about
that
gay people.
when
I thought I
everyone
smelled
has
that
like
cookie in here,
insane
bro.
pride about it.
That sucks, man.
When everyone has insane Italian pride, but like they've never left the greater Philadelphia area. Like
Yeah.
it's this is everything I am, and they're like, no, you're just a guy from Philadelphia area. Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
They
They're
just go ahead. Yeah.
There's not good people and they're loud.
Also, you didn't get to pick your
I thought
heritage.
you were gonna add
I
like a
hate that
nuanced
shit.
opinion. It's just they're actually like really bad people.
Just historically, they've done terrible things.
You ever had one that like positively benefited your life? You know what I mean?
Not a single
no offense
one.
to you, but yeah, you know what
I mean, well, Jay. Yeah, I mean, he's made my podcast actually listenable, but our I don't know. So that was very mean of me.
Yeah,
but,
it was.
I mean, it's just so I'm being real Italian when I act like that. They're just like mean and they're just too loud and they shake hands too hard. That's another one that bothers me.
And they never have. I noticed this with them. They never like. They always describe something as like having everything, and then have one example. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like,
Like
they'll be
what?
this airport has everything. It has bagels, everything.
Yeah, they're not big on lists.
Yeah, they can't name more than one thing.
Oh, I can't sit here all day and list things, son. I gotta go. I can do one thing.
My mom's
for
an
you.
incredible cook. She makes sauce. Anyway, what are you guys doing tomorrow?
Also, regardless of location, that is the only thing that they list is the bagel. They're like, you got to go check out this Dunkin'
Everyone's got to
Donuts.
chill with the fucking, oh, this bagel's better than, I'm sick of everyone having a like, I got a spot if you want a bagel. Or like, same with like a cheesesteak argument. If you have that strong of an opinion about food, I fucking hate you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. That bothers me too. I don't like when people are like, nah, Connecticut
Tell
pizza.
me not where to not go. That's all I want to hear. Like, that place sucks. Don't go there.
Nah, I'm just gonna go.
I hate fancy restaurants, and that's what that's all they have in Philly, really.
Yeah, true. Oh, dude, any restaurant where you have to do the thing where you put the napkin on your lap. Why?
Yeah, I just went
What
to
are we
one.
doing? I
Yeah.
hate that.
Because Colin and James are trying to get me to go to this breakfast place, and I'm like, does it have bells and whistles and shit? Like, is it one of these places? And they're like, no. And then it was the Dandelion. You been to the Dandelion?
I've walked past it a lot.
We sat next to a fireplace. We all put napkins on our thing. I didn't know half the words on the menu. I wanted to kill myself. I hate places like that.
They're trying to like class up breakfast too much too. I went to Cafe Lift over in Haddonfield. There's one in Philly too, and it was like my wife and I got a good brunch. It was BYOB, and we spent how much we would spend at a great dinner. And like when we got, I was like, this was breakfast. This shouldn't. The price of food should increase as the day goes on.
Yeah.
Breakfast should be your cheapest meal.
That place is set up weird. The bathroom's right next to like several tables, and I had an explosive diarrhea episode in there. That certainly like
At Lyft.
groups of women at brunch Had to listen to the entire time.
Oh, they're just trying to sip their mimosas and
they're
dish.
and I'm sitting there like,
and you're just tooting.
I'm like, I'm
You're
sorry,
ripping toots.
girls. Are you guys mad at me?
I think diners nailed breakfast. I think you can't do a breakfast any better than a diner in quality, in price, and in selection.
Yeah, diners are the only thing I really enjoy. I don't like eating out ever.
Are diners big down in Virginia Beach where you're from? Like, is it? Because I know like New Jersey and Philadelphia area, or like just the greater Northeast, you want to say, is known for like 24-hour diners. Like that's not a thing everywhere. I
Really?
learned.
Yeah, no, that's not a thing. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to go to IHOP a lot. I used to go. They have, if you would like fill out the survey on the IHOP receipt, you get free short stack.
No shit.
Nice.
Yeah, so I would like go and,
Unlimited? They don't check.
just a free short stack. Oh yeah, what do you mean they don't check?
Like you just keep going back.
Yeah, I went back. Like that's like all I did from like senior year of high school to like sophomore year.
You just bought one short stack and just rode that wave. I like it.
Yeah,
That's
I'd only do it.
You got to buy the initial one.
Because everybody you go with gets something. They order something, so they get a real receipt, and then you just take their receipt. And
Damn, you're a crafty boy.
I'm
dude.
crafty,
I
bro.
also
That's
like the picture you
yucky no
dumpster
goods.
diving out behind an IHOP just for
Yeah.
a receipt.
Genuinely. Yeah.
Guys, I got one.
The waitress
Short stacks on me.
One of the waitresses used to give me her receipts all the time because I gave her good reviews.
That was always
is-
good if you had a connection.
Yeah.
We had one of my friends growing up. His girlfriend worked the Wendy's drive-thru.
Yeah.
So like we would just pull up and order like one order of fries, and then 7 bags of food would come out the window.
Yeah.
Always good to have those
But
connections.
yeah, I knew someone worked at Five Guys, so I would go there, order some fries, and then she'd give me like a big paper bag, and I'd fill it to the top with peanuts and leave.
Ooh,
Dude, you
so
do
nice.
like what special need kids think heist are, dude. It's the perfect crime. Like, I go
It's
in.
almost like they want us to take all the peanuts.
Every time I go, they have receipts. I can think of a sweet. What am I doing wrong? Nobody's getting hood. It's just feeling.
Listen, the security guy is a retired cop. He doesn't want any trouble.
Wow, that's
I
incredible.
wouldn't, I wouldn't tip though on a free short stack. And then
You
that's where-
wouldn't?
no, I wouldn't. And then that's where people.
Yeah,
Like,
that's scum.
Is
That's
that
a scummy
scummy?
move.
Yeah.
That's
You
fine.
could
though.
say that, but 20%
that's fine. You
is
got to
zero.
learn though.
True, fair.
Is
Yeah,
zero.
he is actually hitting his number.
True.
Do you tip for water? If you get water,
I've never gone somewhere and just got water.
I do that
Actually, no,
all
that's
the
not a
time.
lie. I've tipped Matt's girlfriend for just waters because I feel bad at like an open mic, continually asking for waters.
does she complain?
Well, she's not working. He
All
just
I get
does it
from
to
her
her.
is water.
Huh? No. No.
Never complained.
I think I
think
also
so.
do it to make up for all the comics that we know that don't tip, and I feel bad.
There's quite a bit.
Yeah,
I hear some.
I didn't know
rough
that till
tales.
recently that comics are historically bad tippers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them are just unemployed, so it's tough times.
I've, if anything, once I lost my job, I think I've turned up the tipping. I think I've upped it a little bit because I think it comes back to you.
Yeah, I have heard
it's
about
karma.
my friends not tipping, and I don't know if I should bring it up with them. I never do.
I
Just zero
feel weird.
tip.
Yeah,
That is such a
That's
bold
kinda
fucking
with
thing.
bartenders like Tara, like people I know.
Don't
I hear
ti-
about my friends that don't tip. I'm like, damn.
Oh.
But it's not my right to go tell them to tip.
Yeah, but
my
you can start to like
opinion.
hint to them or show them how good you are at it.
Yeah,
You're like, man, don't you love tipping?
That'd be funny to like talk with her about how fucked up it is, and then also not give her any money like to cover it. She's like, "Well, you could make it better." And I'm like, "I gotta. It's my."
As she's telling you, you're taking some of your tip back because you realize you put too
Yeah.
much on the bar. You're like, actually,
Every bar Ben goes to, he tries to get fucking short stacks at.
yeah.
Just a free receipt. You guys got him here or not? No, we don't. Please stop.
I treat the money and the change thing at Wawa as a tipping scenario. Like if the guy at the register was like cool and nice, and I know it's not going to him, but like if I had a nice little conversation, I'm like, you can get this change.
Yeah.
But if it's just like real cold and they're just like $12.50, I'm taking those 2 quarters.
Which they usually are kind of mean.
They were never going to them anyway. They're going to children, I guess. I don't know how those. I've never looked. I throw change in those things all the time. at
Oh, the
Wawa.
little thing with the.
Yeah, and I have no clue what it goes toward.
If you fill it up against one heart, you get to give it
Per
just
box?
one.
That's a lot of hearts.
That's not a bad. Yeah.
They're
I'm
always
not mad at that.
overflowing.
Fill
You know
what
you're in a
up?
good neighborhood when that's.
You ever
out
seen,
and
like,
A box of
overflowing.
coins.
Yeah, you ever seen in front of, at Wawa in front of the cashier they have the thing where like you just put your change in?
You said they get a heart.
I think you get one heart. It's like a cardiac child kiss thing.
It's funny to think too that there's like a charity that's like, the box isn't all the way full. We can't donate.
Yeah.
Like,
You don't get a heart for a
That
box
kid's not
of
getting a
coins.
heart.
You get a heart, dude.
That has to be like $12.50. There's no. What do you mean? Where do they even get a heart from?
They just
Nobody
check.
sells hearts.
Well,
You
some
think
people
one
they have
of
like
those-
one laying around.
yeah.
Dude, I think one full box is a heart.
Who told you this?
couple
That is the
different
stupidest
guys.
thing I think you've ever said. There's no way you get a heart for a box of coins.
Because you go,
You ever
they
done
don't
like Coinstar?
they don't count
Yeah.
how many coins are in there. You walk up to the person and you go one heart, and then you give them the fucking
Yeah,
thing. They're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"That's so many coins."
Where do you think you get hearts from?
Different types of play. You can get them almost anywhere
Where are you guys
nowadays.
getting your hearts at these days?
You walk in with a receipt. They give you a free
Wholesale,
heart.
Costco. Get a big box of hearts. Sometimes I have too many of them.
Dude.
Got to give them away to friends.
I think you guys are way undervaluing the coin box.
So were you a Coinstar guy? They're always fun.
Yeah, no, I'm not because they take like 10% a year.
That's
Very
what was always.
greedy.
Do they
Yeah.
really?
TD Bank used to
Yeah.
do it if you had an account there, it was free. But I would still count it beforehand because I, again, had a conspiracy theory that they were shaving off the top, and they were.
They do. Yeah, I'm a
I
big
would
roll your own
pre-count it.
coins guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was always fun. Like, as a teen, I always just had like a huge paper bag full of change. And if there was like whatever I was doing that weekend, I would just go grab like 6 handfuls and toss it in the change thing and get it back. And I was like, sweet, I'm pretty much going to that concert for free now. Like, had like 40, 50 bucks.
Yeah, I do hate change. I do kind of look at it as
I never deal with it
as
anymore.
no money anymore.
True. And like anything that's not my checking account, I'm like, that's not actual money. Like if I have cash on me, I'm like, well, I can spend that.
I've had
That's
cash
not
in my
real.
wallet for like 5 weeks now, and there's so many opportunities to spend it. And right after now that I have like Apple Pay on my phone and stuff, right after I did that, I'm like, oh, you could have used that cash in your pocket.
True. I don't know. I mean,
This might be Ben's first fight. He's gonna fucking jump me outside for my cash now.
It's not going to be worth it at all, dude. It's not going to be.
He's gonna pull out a gun that has his friend's name carved into the side.
I don't know. This is my teaching is the first job I have ever had where I have actual money, where I don't need to do like scummy things for.
What's
to,
a
like,
scummy
get-
thing you did? You
Just
dirty
I
dog.
steal all the time. Like I would shoplift all the time.
That's
or
not
like
bad.
That's fine.
only do cheap things. Try
That's
to
just
sneak into
Robin Hood
everything.
type shit.
Yeah,
Shoplifting.
but it's weird.
What do you think was there anything you were like really not ashamed but like not proud of yourself that you shoplifted?
No, I just get over time. I get sad. Like I look down on myself for shoplifting because I feel like it's like a poor thing to do.
No, I agree. I used
Yeah.
to. We,
Oh,
we
it's not a
talked about this
morality thing.
before.
It's like an appearance thing. You don't feel bad about you're doing something
putting off
wrong.
I just
Uh,
feel like karmically it's bad, or like I know it's wrong. Like people try to act like it's good because it's corporations, but it's like it's still stealing from somebody at the end of the day.
If you follow
Yeah.
it down the chain far enough, it's gonna fuck somebody over. I get what you're saying.
I don't
I
think
think
it's a
you're
good
still
thing to
clean,
do.
dude.
I think it's a wrong thing to do, but I do it, and I
I
don't
went-
really give a fuck if it's a corporation. But I know it's wrong at the end of the day.
I
I
think
went
you're
too
good.
hard on that. Like they just factor in a certain amount of theft, and I was like, I'm just contributing to that number for them.
Yeah, and also they can't stop you for stealing.
When I worked at CVS, that was the policy. Like it was a no chase policy.
Yeah,
Uh,
everywhere's a no chase policy.
But it was like they told us like you're allowed to stop them in the store, but once they get out, you're not allowed. I was like, no, you're paying me $7.50 an hour. I'm not stopping anyone.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna reach because the camera's watching, just so I can be like, oh, I tried.
I was at Marshall's the other day, and like the line was so long, and I was holding everything I was gonna buy, and then I walked out. I just walked. Like I
Just
left
put
the
it
line.
all on and walked out.
Yeah, I left the. Yeah, I just know I was holding everything. I just walked out. Not Marshall's, the fucking Michael's, the craft store. There's been a lot of shit for collaging.
You and 8 moms that nobody's stopping you at all, dude.
Yeah.
They're like, look at that man.
Yeah, they just thought you were a grown child. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, just let him have
I had
it.
like a bunch of X-Acto knives and like a little board.
Do you do a lot of collaging?
Yeah.
Yeah.
you don't make any sense as a
Collage
person,
guy.
dude.
What kind of
You gotta
collages
pick
are
an
you into?
avenue.
What's the most recent collage you've
Hold on.
ripped?
You can't get a gun pulled on you and then collage the next day. Everything's this. Your whole being is a roller coaster of like collaging, kind of gay. Did get a gun pulled on him. Collaging, still pretty gay. He did steal it, kind of.
You're
cool.
just 2023 Forrest Gump,
Yeah.
but with like no major achievements yet.
Nah, I just like, I mean, those are just things that are fun. I like stealing's fun, fighting's fun, collaging's fun.
Well, you've been told fighting is fun. Have you ever
Yeah.
been punched in the face?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to like box and shit.
Oh, okay.
I've just never been in a fight with somebody I don't like that I have ill will for,
Yeah.
which I want to be in one.
There was some hate in your eyes when you
Like, I
and Drew
wanna-
were going at it for a
Yeah.
split second.
Yeah, for a split second.
You were taking out some anger there. That was
Yeah.
actually a pretty even.
It was a pretty gay fight.
It was pretty
Pretty bad.
It was one
Yeah.
of those things where like midway through, it's like one of those like you pull back and you're like,
What
what
are we
is
doing?
What are we
happening?
fucking doing
Yeah.
here?
And we're all grown ups. Like most people there are older than we
Yeah.
are. But it was sick.
To
It was
be
fun.
to be a passerby of just like walking
fun.
by and like, why is there 11 people in that garage
I
watching?
mean, Peggy has neighbors that had to have been like, what? It
Yeah,
was
we got to run
incredible,
that
dude.
one back. Me and Drew have sparred since too.
It was a good fight. I told you after. I thought I picked you
Thank
as
you, bro.
the
Thank you.
as the winner of that one.
Well, it was a weird fight because it's all friends, and it was a party, and so like if there was ill will at any point in the fight, it would have been awkward.
Yeah, if you guys actually started fighting, that
Yeah, it
would have been the
weird, but
corniest part.
also, not going super hard was also kind of whack at the same time.
Yeah, I think you
Yeah.
guys walked a fine line.
We walked a pretty fine line, but we should have gone harder.
I love that
disagree.
Drew went from fighting you there to his next fight he's tried to line up is Street Beefs.
Yeah.
the YouTube Fight
It's
League.
insane.
Yeah,
That's
he's
a
gonna
pretty
die
big
in Street
jump.
Beefs.
I mean,
That'd be kind of sick. I mean, that'd be big for Durag.
Maybe you should
if he
sign up for
dies.
Street Beefs.
I would love to do street beefs. I would. I really am. I'm in life to have fun. We're gonna die one day.
These do not sound fun.
I just love that you and Street Beefs, like in the middle of the fight, you're just like, oh my God, there's a gun in my pocket. Can I use this in here?
You don't like doing like crazy things just cause?
I do, but I like when they're fun and crazy. Usually they have to be like alcohol-induced bad decision making.
No, I don't drink. You have to have fun somehow if you don't drink. You
Yeah,
know what I
there's tons of other ways. You could be like John. You could have
No,
a
but I
kid.
gave up drinking and I'm in a way different part in my life. Where it's
Nah,
like my fun is literally like I went on a walk with my daughter today and that was like the funnest thing I've done all week.
Really?
It was really cool.
You're in like a fulfilling.
It's everything in life is like very fulfilling right now. It's a
Yeah.
good feeling, but it's like for the longest time I was like the person who was
What's
like,
the
let's go do
oldest
dumb
thing you
shit.
do? Like, what's the most old man thing you do?
I take vitamins every day responsibly.
Wow, that's pretty good.
No, but like something you find fulfillment in, like sitting on a park bench looking at birds or something.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
I
like
do a
giving
lot
young
of
kids advice. You ever give young people advice?
Yeah, I talk to Matt every day.
It's not
Wait, what's
working.
y'all's age difference?
10 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I think it's a good gap because it keeps me in the loop of what's going on with people a decade younger, and I get
Yeah.
to be Matt's OG and fill him in on some
Yeah.
ways of the past.
I feel like I'm mostly friends with the older people. That's why I don't know what I'm going to do when I'm like, you know,
Start a
elderly.
podcast with a guy 10 years younger than you. It's the
Yeah.
best. It's your best bet.
You think so?
I mean, it keeps it interesting.
Were you always friends with people older or younger?
It was like my close friends growing up were always exactly two of my best friends were born on the same day in the same hospital as me. So like we were all very in that same age range. And it wasn't until I started playing in like bands in high school, I started hanging out with I was like 18 hanging out with like 23-year-olds.
Okay.
So it was like a weird jump.
Sure.
I went from like, people around my age or like my cousin who's basically my little brother's a year younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
So some of his friends to like hanging out with dudes that not only got us booze, but like would hang out with us the rest of the night. Looking back, it's really weird.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm always friends with like, because when I was younger, all my brothers are like my youngest older brother is 6 years older than me. And then it goes like from that to 12 years older than me. So I'd always hang out with like them and all their friends. I'm always friends with older people. And then in college, my friend, like when I was like 19, he was like 26. That was like my good friend. And then after that, my friend was like 12 years older than me. And then like now like Naeem's like 12 years older than me.
Are you
It's
gonna-
always like old people. That's why like, what do I do when I'm old?
Yeah, when you get to like 90,
Yeah.
you're just searching for a 111-year-old.
How the fuck do I don't know where I'm going to go from there.
Once you get in your 30s, you have to hang out with the youngest people.
Yeah.
Just like you and an 11-year-old. Totally platonic relationship where you guys just chill.
just at a park.
Yeah.
like, and you make sure people know, obviously, like we're at the IHOP. He's cool. His parents know he's here for the most part.
Oh, true.
He
I guess
brought
I am
his
a
receipt.
teacher. I am just hanging out with 8-year-olds now.
You have huge access to cool kids.
Yeah.
Cool, regular kids. But you can't do it yet because then it'd be weird. Once you get into your 30s is when it'll be cool as hell.
To hang out with young kids.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. Yeah. That logic checks out if you ask me, dude.
It opens a weird door. Like once I had a kid, I feel comfortable now. Like if I'm in public and a kid's doing something cute, to be like, "Oh, hey, what's up, buddy?" Like I never was that guy before. Or like, "Oh, look at you, you're climbing that thing. That's awesome."
Yeah.
But like now, even if like my daughter's on the other side of the park, like kids are always trying to get your attention too. To be like, "All right, I know my parents think this is cool, but like, yo, check this out, dude. Just
Yeah.
random guy here at the park."
Yeah. No, it's fun. With like teaching and shit, like, cause I feel like they think it's cool and like, cause they think I'm like an old adult, like they think I'm like 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No offense to you, but
No,
and,
but when you're in third grade, 30
Yeah.
is you're almost dead.
Hence why they'd
But,
be so
like-
cool to hang out with, dude.
Yeah.
But like today, I took like Beyblades from a kid, and then I was bored, so I was like, I want to play Beyblades, so I played it with the class. So I'm pretty sure like they think that's cool, their teachers doing that, but like I'm genuinely just in it for fun.
I saw your Instagram
You know what I mean?
post about it. I also saw that Anna Gallagher was showing your stand up to her class.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's-
fucking
how do you
nuts.
feel about that?
Well, because she was she said that she had like they had some dumb gay school thing, and then they were like, she's like, I'm gonna teach a class about stand up, and then
Is she trying to like dangerous minds these kids?
to doing stand up?
Yeah, like no, she's like their Michelle Pfeiffer, and she's like, I'm gonna show you guys a way out of this life.
Yeah, probably.
Here's
yeah,
stand up.
But I was asking her like what her stand up lessons were and shit like that. So then like she told me, and she said she was gonna show them her stand up, and I was like, don't you fucking ever do that.
That sounds like
that's
a
an insane
nightmare.
thing to do. Yeah, and then
That's hilarious that you were the next one. You're like, don't ever show your stand-up. She's
Imagine
like, no, I
if your
won't.
teacher, take yourself back to junior year of high school. Is she a
Yeah.
high school teacher?
yeah,
Okay, imagine your teacher comes in and
yeah.
they're like, all right, guys,
flame the fuck out of her.
put down Shakespeare.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you something. It's stand up. And everyone's like, cool. And they're like, it's my stand up. That would be
Y'all can't
me
make
and my
fun of
friends
her.
would still be talking about it now.
Showing Black Philadelphia teens your stand up is the bravest thing you can
That's
do.
That's
unbelievable.
so great.
That's
It's so
unbelievable.
unreal.
That's why she told me she did it, and I was like, all right, show 'em my fucking thing.
Also, film the reactions. I need to know it's going to work
Yeah.
amongst the youth.
And they're just not laughing.
What did-
You're
so did-
explaining the jokes.
Did she tell you what material she was showing them of yours?
It was just, I only have one video on YouTube with me. It's on
Okay.
Helium. Yeah.
And is it one that you would be comfortable showing teens?
So I would never do that with
Yeah.
myself in there. But
Okay.
I wasn't a part of it. It was really just like, it was basically like press a button to see if they like your stand up. Like it was just like, yeah, show them. And then like I'm not there for it. If I
Right.
was in the room, I'd fucking never, dude. Are you
Bro,
kidding?
that's
Yeah, that's
crazy,
insane. Yeah.
dude. That sounds like an absolute night. I have
Yeah.
people at my work, like the older people I work with, they're like, "We're gonna come to one of your shows. It'll be great. Like, let us know." Just,
Yeah.
I can't think of anything worse than them just being there. Not even like saying like the bad stuff you talk
Yeah.
about. Anybody you know outside of stand up, if they watch you and then you somehow do bad, whatever you have a bad set, that I cannot think of anything worse. Because then they like look at you as like this hobby's already so corny,
Yes.
and then you're not even good at it, which is
That's
way
why I like
worse.
to. It's nice to like when you can pick and choose when like your family or friends want to come out to a show, and you're like, let me try to find one where it's going to be not like a softball, but you're like, I know I'm going to do well in this environment.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like I don't want to invite my cousin to come see me in the brewery where there's going to be maybe 6 people in the
Oh, yeah,
audience.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that would be like my ultimate death.
Yeah,
because
I'll
every
invite-
Christmas they're all like, stand up going pretty good. I'm like, yeah, it's getting better. I'm getting busier. And then they come see me bomb in front of 11 people that didn't know there was comedy happening that night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stand up sucks all the time.
Yeah, at all times. But it does. It's the
No,
only
it's
thing
so
we think
great
about.
in the moment, and when you do well afterwards. But then just going back to you're like, I just got to go home and still have to do the dishes and take the trash out. This sucks.
Yeah,
it
true.
sucks.
Once you exit, like you get all this fake self confidence, and as soon as you exit the room, it's totally. You're just like, oh yeah, my balls still hurt. I'm still kind of a loser.
Yeah.
This sucks. I have to drive home.
Yeah,
I
only
still
tell
don't have
people
a
I really
job.
trust that I do stand up.
You can't bring it up unless it's like actually like a thing that somebody was talking. Like they're prying for it.
Right.
Like I've seen people that will like just talk about it right away, and you're like, oh jeez. I
Yeah.
want to hold you.
Yeah, I started the job I just got laid off from. It started to get to the point where everyone knew that I did comedy, but then like everyone always did that thing like we're gonna come out and see you. And I would even like some of the people I liked. I'd be like, yeah, here's my dates. Like you're in Philly, come hang out. It'd be nice to see you there. Nobody ever came to any of the shows.
Yeah.
So like everyone, you always have that fear of like, oh, if they find out I do stand up, it's over. Everyone found out and they're like, all right, cool. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you do. It is like an over.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh, this is gonna be such a big deal, and they're like, yeah, I don't really,
yeah.
I
Because then you
still
got to think about there's also guys you work with that probably play acoustic guitar at bars and they don't ever tell anyone about it.
That's where I draw the line. I would call it a bomb threat to anybody
If
doing
someone
an
said I
acoustic
play
live
acoustic
performance.
guitar?
Yeah, that's Indiana Jones behavior.
no.
That's the
Indiana
perfect
Jones.
encapsulation.
No, you can't tell work you do stand up.
Unless they need, and I got them following Facebook. So
Yeah.
like, if I post a joke on Facebook that bombs, they're like, "You're such a fucking pussy," and like, I'm actually really cool.
The worst is when they do know and you start posting like reels in the middle of the day. And they're like, so are you working at all? Like,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
no, not at all.
I'm chasing my dream, jerk.
Yeah.
I'm timing
That
the
being said,
algorithm
I'm
right
still
now.
unemployed. Hire me. I'm not
Are
doing
you
a good
really
job
unemployed?
of, I got laid off like almost 2 months ago now.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I've been in
Going
the
on
hunt.
walks with your daughter, appreciating life.
Yeah.
Sitting
Great.
on benches.
That's good.
You gotta stop and enjoy. It's like I could be pissed off about this, but if you're letting a job define your happiness, fuck you.
True.
That's how I look at it.
Well,
money.
you find happiness from jobs?
No, I'm saying if like
Yeah, I never do. I
If
hate
you
my
do, no, I've never
hate
worked
work.
a job where I was like, I would do. I look at it as if I found happiness in it is a thing I would also do for free. No, like, does that make sense? Like when
Wait.
something goes good at work and you're like, I'm happy about that, and you're like, no, I'm happy because that's going to give me more money.
Yeah.
It's not like that fulfilled my life, making like I'm a sales rep. It's like closing that sale really made me the man I am. It's like, no, it gave me money.
Oh yeah.
Like
yeah.
that's in the
Well, it's
long
also
yeah,
run.
like-
you're in it for money, but you want to be good at it.
That's
You wanna
why.
be good
That's
at
why
things.
anything comedy related would be the dream to be like it's a thing I love and it could yield me money. Let's see if that could happen.
I'm not mad at that, but I will. We guess we'll wrap because we gotta
Oh,
get.
yeah. Gotta wrap.
Whole big
Oh,
Jay's a
Rapsky.
busy. Jay's the only one who has things going on, so we can get fucking.
Stuff.
Yeah, Jason
Thanks.
Menzinger.
She's got an actual exciting life. Ben, what do you got to promote, you little dirty dog? You
You
little
already promoted my
slippery
thing
guy.
at the beginning.
Yeah, we'll promote it again.
At AO actually on Instagram.
He said it.
I do suck at saying it. That's the worst part of the show.
Give it. I'll do one time. I'll be Naeem.
You'll be Naeem.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say a
I'll
single
be
word
AO
though. But
actually. Wait.
yeah. So
What do you
bring up
say?
one of your bring up a topic.
Ao actually.
That's good.
That's pretty good.
That's
right?
fair.
All you
All
gotta
right,
do
yeah.
is to be Naeem. Just end your sentence with "You see what I'm saying," and you've nailed your Naeem impression.
True. A fair one.
Yeah, do your best impression.
Of Naeem.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So I'm trying to think. He was just talking about being in jail. So he's like, I can't even because he was telling a story about a dude getting tied down in jail.
Yeah. That's right.
No, I'm not gonna do that tonight. I can't squirt my way out of this anymore. See what I'm saying?
I had an autistic.
There it
I'll
is.
just say this real quick. I had an autistic roommate in college, and we used to have him do impressions. Because his impressions would literally be like, Kelvin, do your Donald Trump impression. He'd be like, "Hey, I am Donald Trump." That would be the whole, and it was so sincere. About
You
it.
really
Okay,
did
Joe.
put me on the spot there.
Yeah, it's really funny to put people on the spot with impressions.
Do your best impression.
I'm not going to.
Yeah,
No,
you guys
do
are
it.
pussies.
Do you have
dude.
one?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm really bad at impressions. It'd be like, "Hey, I'm Naeem," but
Hey, I'm Naeem.
The only impression I'm really good at is of my friend Brett. That's it.
really,
Yeah.
yeah.
To
That
the
is a
point where
great
anytime
one.
I do it, it crushes around my friends, and that's it.
I love it. All right, sorry. What were you gonna plug?
I could plug it in Brett. Boy,
Oh, listen, all right. Yo, you want to come see me do comedy, dude?
That's a brutal. I hate Brett now.
that's
he
Brett.
sucks.
He's a good
Brett
dude.
sucks, dude. So is Indiana Jones.
Nothing super. I'm hosting the Comedy Zone this weekend, but this episode will be out after that. Next month we got that show with Jay Yoder, and this coming Friday after this show comes out, Tap Room High Note Humor is doing the post game comedy show. It's going to be Drew Montana, Naeem Ali, Sydney Gant, Brittany Johan, Rob Cody. Am I forgetting anybody else, Matt?
That's it. Cody Wright.
And Cody Wright. And it's
Cody
going to be
Risley.
a fun new type of show. Little post game interview after a stand up set. We're going to see how it goes. Matt's kind of running this shindig.
I'm gonna run it so damn good.
So good.
People are gonna be
what
seeing
is
me
it?
running it.
It's called post game comedy. We can
It's after
discuss
what
it.
kind of game?
We're gonna. So it's just gonna be a stand up show, and then after the comic goes up and does their set, they go sit at a table like a post game interview in sports.
Oh, okay.
And then we're just gonna have other comedians in the audience like interview them about their set.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be
twist on-
so
little
good. I'm
twist on some
gonna
silly
run the
stuff.
shit out of it. People are gonna see me running it. I'm like, damn, you are running this. And then right after that, Belfont Brewery, Jim Kelly show will be a lot of fun. That Rules podcast, we'll probably change it back to Handsome Idiots at some point. We're cowards. You heard it from Ben
You
first.
should change it. Make this one handsome idiots.
We'll just go right back. Well, whatever. Dude.
We'll just
for
go
a
back
while.
and forth.
Yeah.
Handsome